Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure meeting you once again in the context of the profit leadership. So, in the last session, we have discussed what do you mean by an entrepreneur and what do you mean by an enterprise and the very purpose of the enterprise. So, moving forward, let us take the topic a little more deeper. As I mentioned that the enterprise is there to satisfy a customer who may be a general public or maybe a particular segment of companies. So we have seen that the organization exists for meeting the expectation of the customer and also to ensure that it makes a sufficient profit so that it can sustain and grow. So let us now understand that when we are working for a company, for example, in service, we have got a small piece of responsibility as our job description, and then we keep trying to satisfy our boss so that our career progression is taken care and so on and so forth. So that means when you are in a service, we have got only one person to satisfy, that may be your senior. But when you become an entrepreneur, that means you have got multiple kind of agencies to satisfy. So let us look at what do you mean by a stakeholder satisfaction. And we also discussed that an entrepreneur is facing a lot of challenges in an enterprise. That's what actually we saw in the last session. So that means why he is facing challenges is a very important aspect that we need to understand. So one challenge is that he has to satisfy the stakeholders. I think the word stakeholder has been understood in many different ways. Let us try to give it a more detailed understanding. One is, there are certain people who are going to be affected or are going to be benefited when the organization is doing well or not. Let us take one by one. First and foremost, there are set of people who have invested money as investors. Maybe in most of the private limited company, it may be one individual or a family invest certain hard-earned money into setting up the enterprise. That means they are looking for some return on investment. They could have put their money in the bank and they can get about 5% return on investment. What is return on investment is essentially the kind of money that is earned by your money, basically. That's what return on investment really means. So if I have 100,000 rupees, I can put it in a bank and there is no risk involved. It's a kind of a fixed deposit and it will earn 5%. So when we come to the question of enterprise, the investors are not looking for 5% return, which they could have probably put the money in the bank, and they obviously expect much more than that. We'll come to that detail when we are getting into the subject proper. So the owners and the investors are the one important stakeholders of the company who will get influenced by the good and bad of the organization. The second is their own employees, because they are invested their entire time as well as they have committed their life as long as they continue in the organization. So that means they have certain aspirations, they have got certain expectations. So if the entrepreneur is not capable of meeting their expectations, obviously they will not stay in the company. Then there will be a brain drain which is affecting the sustainability of the business. So they are the second important stakeholders. Third important stakeholder is the customer. As I told you in the last session, an entrepreneur chooses to solve a social problem. The social problem belongs to the customer. Customer wants to go from one place to another and he needs a transport, then he buys a motor car. That means the company which is ensuring the expectations of the customer, that it is fulfilled, then only the customer will continue to come and buy the product. So having said that, the customer becomes the most important stakeholder. And the fourth stakeholder is essentially your suppliers. Because no organization can manufacture everything in-house but it has to buy things from outside, it has to subcontract things from outside, and some other company, some other enterprise is becoming a supplier for your company or your enterprise. So they are going to be affected by the good and bad of this organization, then they become one of the stakeholders of the company. And the fifth stakeholder is there is a societal needs and there is a statutory requirement which we are supposed to fulfill. The government probably, and the government has appointed many regulatory agencies. So we need to satisfy them in terms of paying the income tax on time, or probably paying the provident fund on time, etc., etc. And we need to control the pollution as per the Pollution Act and so on. So that means there are 5 stakeholders which needs to be balanced by the entrepreneur in running the enterprise, so that all of them are getting satisfied. Now if you really look at the most important stakeholders, it's very difficult to say who is important and who is unimportant. So unless otherwise the entrepreneur is capable of satisfying all the stakeholders, over a period of time the sustainability of the organization will get affected. So that means the entrepreneur has got a much larger responsibility to ensure that all the stakeholders are satisfied, and for satisfying the stakeholders, the organization has to earn much more than the fixed deposit income or return on investment, the so-called, and then it has to sustain this satisfaction level of everyone. So that means the ability of the organization to produce profit, to meet all these expectations of the stakeholders, as well as look forward to grow, reinvest the money back into the system. That means the business has to become very profitable. So let us get into one more concept before we end this session. When the entrepreneur is setting up an enterprise, be it a small enterprise or a very large corporate enterprise, so they do an initial design of the enterprise, and then they calculate what will be the cost of manufacture of the goods and what could be the potential selling price, and then what is the kind of a profitability this organization is entitled to produce. So that means why I am using the word entitlement, please remember, entitlement is something which we are supposed to get it. You know, if we say I am entitled for Provident Fund, that means it is mandatory that I must get Provident Fund when I am working for somebody. So the word entitlement is that I am eligible for, that may be a simpler way of understanding. So the organization, when it is designed before it is put in place, maybe a chemical factory or a petroleum product refinery or whatever it could be. So when you are trying to design the factory, on the paper you are trying to calculate what could be the entitlement profit. When the entitlement profit is going to be 5%, for example, which anyway you will earn from fixed deposit from the bank. If it is going to be 10%, probably it is a little more attractive. So someone may probably choose to put the money in the capital market, buy some shares, and the share appreciation will give them some higher return on investment, although there may be a little more risk in it. But whereas an entrepreneur is taking the risk of putting his money in an enterprise with an anticipation of certain entitlement profit. Now it's very important to understand what is meant by entitlement profit. So why we are discussing this will become much more clearer, that why a profit leadership is becoming very critical and important. So I'm sure that in this session we have understood what you mean by a stakeholder and why we are trying to satisfy the stakeholders, and satisfying all the 5 stakeholders is a balancing trick, Unless otherwise the organization makes enough profit, it cannot satisfy all the stakeholders. And we have also seen what do you mean by entitlement profit is. An entitlement profit is nothing but an estimated profit when the enterprise is designed in the drawing board. So I think these concepts are very important to appreciate going forward in the context of profit leadership. I'm sure that these sessions are giving you some more deeper insights, and look forward to see you with much more concepts in the future. God bless you. Take care.